Hey guys, it's One Battle One, and today I would like to share with you on how I put together my display boxes. As you may have already seen from my previous videos, I use a black shadow box to hold and display my minifigures. I'll leave more information on the box itself in the description below, but what I really wanted to cover is on how I put together the shelf system that's used inside of these boxes. I'm able to fit 40 figures into each of these boxes with a spacing of 2 studs between each figure. This setup uses standard LEGO elements, and there's no glue or other adhesive to hold it in place. Gravity and natural tension provided by the box's structure holds everything together. Although this setup isn't perfect by all means, it does provide enough durability and the look I was going for. Due to manufacturing tolerances of the size and shape of these boxes, I won't be providing a specific parts count, but instead I'll be providing a template or a guideline on the parts that I use and the approximate count on them. There will be instances where filler bricks will be used to add strength to the build, so I won't be providing a parts count on those either. Again, we are using LEGO elements in designing this shelf system, so most of these elements can be substituted with other LEGO elements. Now that we have all the boring stuff out of the way, let's begin. In order to make this tutorial easier to follow, I'm going to compartmentalize the building segments based on the different components of this build. These components are the outer frame, the inner support strut, and the shelves. I prefer to use black elements since they blend in with the color of the box. The outer frame uses a combination of 1x2 bricks and 1x4 plates. Start off by stacking them, the 1x2 bricks on top of one another, like this. At the very top, cap it off with the 1x4 bricks. So you have something like this. Build 2 more that are exactly the same as the first one. Then build one more, just build one more, without the 1x4 plates up on top. So you only have the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tall 1x2 bricks. Now take all of these and connect them together. So you have something like this. Follow those same instructions and build a second one. And these are going to be the outer frame. Next up, we're going to build the inner strut that uses a combination of 1x1 bricks, a 1x2 jumper plate, and a 1x1 plate. And again, we have 6 of these 1x1 bricks. Stack the 1x1 bricks on top of one another. Then take the 1x1 plate, and place it at the very top. Cap off the end with the 1x2 or 2x1 jumper. Following those same instructions, build 2 more. Then build 1 more, but the only difference here is that leave the 1x1 plate on top off. So you only have the 6 bricks and the 2x1 jumper piece at the bottom. And here's a quick update of where we're at. We have the outer struts, and now we have the inner struts. Now we need to build the shelves. The shelves use 4x6 plate pieces and support bricks underneath to hold them together and for added strength to be able to support your minifigures. This is the part where you can use different elements since they aren't really visible anyways back here specifically. But one thing you do want to keep in mind is you want to add a continuous plate pieces across here for the support because you don't want to see a break in the front when you're facing the shelf like this towards the outside of the box. So you do want to make sure that this is all covered up. And I try to maintain a 2-plate thickness because I like the thinner, kind of more sleek look to it. So it's kind of up to you and your preference, but this is what I prefer. And I use 7 of the 4x6 plate pieces going all the way across. Following those same instructions, you want to build 2 more, so now you have a total of 3. And for the fourth one's a little different because you can kind of cheat. It's still 7 4x6 plates going all the way across, but for the bottom, you don't have to have that continuous kind of plating on the bottom because it's actually going to get covered up. This is going to be your bottom piece, and that blue pieces that I use, it's going to get covered up by the case anyways, so it doesn't really matter what color pieces or what type of pieces you use really. Just add the amount of pieces you need in order for the plates to be securely held together. The bottom piece is actually independent of the remaining of the structure. This actually just sits at the bottom of your case, and you really don't need to connect it to anything unless you want to, but it's just more there for you to be able to connect your minifigure onto. So let's just ignore the bottom piece for now. Here are our shelves. I'm going to take our first shelf, attach it to the 1x4 plates on the side of the outer frame. Just connect them in there, both sides. And I'm going to do the same for the other one. Once you have all 3 shelves put together and attached to the outer frame, you do want to make sure that you have jumper pieces. And it doesn't need to be done at this step. It could have been done when you were putting the shelves together, but you do need jumper pieces in the middle here, added to the bottom. So once you have your jumper pieces attached down the center, you can go ahead and attach your inner strut pieces. So I'm just going to take my first one and I'm just going to connect it to the very back of our frame here. And what you'll notice is that starting with the second one, you'll be able to attach the strut to the added jumper piece from the level above, and then you'll also be able to connect the strut to the frame from the bottom. And I have one more still, so I'm going to connect that to the very top. Now that we have everything in place, let's get into our shadow box. So first thing you want to do is take the bottom shelf, the one that in my case has the blue bricks underneath, and we place at the very bottom of our shadow box. Next, we want to take our entire frame and make sure first it's well connected and it's facing the correct way. So let me turn this around. Bring our shadow box close to us here, and we can just slide everything in. This is how it's gonna look when the frame is finally inside. It's gonna be quite stable, and just make sure that everything's lined up correctly when viewing from the front, and you're good to go. From here you can start loading it up with minifigures. As I mentioned, I like to space my minifigures 2 studs apart so you can fit a good 40 figures into your shadow box. Here's a final look with some minifigures inside the shadow boxes. If you guys decide to attempt in building your own shelf system within these shadow boxes and run up against some challenges or problems, feel free to ask them in the comments below. I'll try my best in responding and providing any helpful feedback and support. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.